now have a special presentation. Can I bring up my people for the unity poem?
We got it, thank you. Shout out and much love to the people of Senegal. That's what she's talking about. So we got to be there for all of the African family, all the human family. You know what I mean? We're going to look into that. I might as well just bring y'all in. This poem right here is for the human family. And it goes a little something like this. Our history did not begin in chains. I am African rhythms thumping in a breakdance battle in Brooklyn. I am foundational Black American, born in the basement of the American dream. A lynch rope for an umbilical cord, attached to a motherland we've long forgotten. The trauma of my ancestors is embedded in my DNA. So we sang, our story is wild as a swing dance to Louisiana jazz. Our ancestor spirits carry us and our bones are made of stardust. Surviving the whips, chains, and segregation, forced to build families and this nation without reparations. The sweat from my brow paved the ground for the red, white, and blue. A star-spangled noose choking the life out of my ancestors, and still we rise. The blood and bones I carry are rich, and yet they are seen as opposite. I am the people who have been hated, feared, misunderstood, and revered. I'm the unstoppable, indestructible human expression of love and resilience. I am unapologetically Black in all shades and rhythms. I am the bridge between yesterday's sorrows and a child's hope for tomorrow.
We are the immigrants from the home of all humanity. Once a continent with no barriers and borders is still a cradle of hope for all. A land so often spoken of but seldom actually listened to.
We are Africa.
6 letters that speak to the diversity of its many nations. How can you minimize such a grandeur to such simplistic words, depictions, otherings? North, south, central, east, west, the beauty of the high peaks of Mount Kilimanjaro to the rolling hills in Cape Town, the waters of the Niger and the vast of the Sahara Desert. This poem is yesterday and tomorrow, celebrating the past, present, and future, our ancestors. This poem will tell of history.
I am the bridge
to a world where the weak coexist with the strong.
Until we find a world where we all can belong. And speaking of belonging, us, Latinos, know about how borders can divide. Many have tried to put us down by saying we are unworthy of being here. But what would this country be without us?
A
Mother Earth with an empty womb. They want us in the shadows, forgotten in history's tomb.
But I am like an eagle crossing the borderless sky. I am mestizo. I am not from here or there. No soy de aquí, ni soy de allá. I am from everywhere. And I would rather die on my feet than to live on my knees. My dream is for unity, justice, and peace amongst all nations, cultures, and creeds.
My Jewish faith is about creating a world where we all can breathe in peace, always with an eye, heart, and mind on God's work, the Torah.
And the other eye on persecution.
Wary, careful, always looking over our shoulders. Are we safe here, and for how long? Fitting into American society, but then not. Assimilating only as far as society will allow. In the words of the ethics of our fathers, if I am not for myself, who will be for me? But if I'm only for myself, who am I?
And if not now, when?
We are European American. We walk into the room white with a lowercase w and a backpack filled with privilege. By our bootstraps, we capitalized, we colonized, consumed, and exploited people and earth. We called it freedom.
This is the barrier we will break.
The bridge we will build is made of recognition and restoration. Recognition of real justice and universal humanity. Restoration of a shared vision for a common destiny. The bridge has planks of empathy and action. Empathy that binds us to each other's lives and stories. Actions that amplify the quietest of voices and create new histories. Understanding where we are so we can see what's ahead.
dismantling
the
the
systems
systems
that oppress and cause dread.
Because we live courageously and creatively. We are Asian Americans. We are born with hair as black as ink, and we have eyes like coal, and yet we see nothing but light all around us. Dismantling the stereotypes of the modern minority.
while building a future for our families.
Discipline, hard work, and respect are hallmarks of the Asian community. Virtues we share with the very best of humanity. Kamsahamnida.
What I am today is because of you.
And where we are today is on indigenous land. The Ute, Cheyenne, and Arapaho still sing on the wind. Can you hear them among the roar of the traffic? There's a sound that captivates our ears. Under the grass, beneath the soil, you have to get close. They are drums, low and forceful. Like mother's heartbeat, steady, persistent, she calls to her children, remember who you are. Your umbilical cord is your connection to this universe, the sun, the stars, the water, the land your people have walked for time immemorial.
We are humanity.
Brothers and sisters across water and distance.
Here we have found each other.
Our fear set aside for friendship.
Please remember we are family.
Today is a new day to stand together.
Foot to foot, shoulder to shoulder.
In beautiful colors and shades.
We are the indestructible woven thread.
We are the bridge to the world of tomorrow.